Torah Mem, Torah 40, Likutei Moharan. So we learned that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is with us, and the main way for us to find Him is to observe, to look inside, and not to try to find Him outside. Because if a person really wants to find Hashem Yitbarach outside, so it's a certain way of showing your lack of faith, lack of confidence, like you need to do something to bring Hashem Yitbarach. But this is something that I'm thinking a lot about it. You see that the rabbis, you see righteous people are all like they're handcuffed. The Rabbanut mekaberet et be'aleh. They're all buried. They're not able to bring out the light of Hashem Yitbarach to the world. And even Tanaim and Amoraim were crying not to come to the world in this generation, because they were so afraid from the tests of this generation. But Rabbi Natan, he said, I'm ready to come in a lifetime again, and just I want them to promise to me one thing, that they're going to give me the merit to say Tikkun HaKlali one time on the Tzion of Rabbeinu HaKadosh, of Rabbi Nachman in Breslev in Uman, and that's it. So it means that Rabbi Natan is saying actually that to say one time Tikkun HaKlali on the Tzion of Rabbeinu HaKadosh, one time to say Tikkun HaKlali is enough to cover for all of the sins of a secular person that borns in a secular family, that his parents never went to mikveh, nothing, never daven, never put tefillin, he ate treif and things that are not allowed for prohibition, things that are not allowed to eat, wasn't keeping Shabbos, wasn't doing anything that is close to Kedusha. But if he said one Tikkun HaKlali in the Tzion of Rabbeinu, it's already going to cover. And Rabbi Natan, he knew the huge risk of coming down to this world again. You can find yourself marry a Goya, having children with her, or whatever, all of those things. Rabbi Natan was thinking about them. And he said, but to say one time Tikkun HaKlali on the Tzion of Rabbeinu is worthy. I'm thinking about myself, and I'm saying, I'm not in no kind of prison. I'm not limited in no way. Why? Because I'm not a rabbi. Because I haven't gave myself in the hands of no authority, of no one. I'm just a free person that lives his life. And from that moment and on, I can do whatever I want to do. And if I'm going to decide to do it all for Hashem Yitbarach, no one can stop me. Only Hashem Yitbarach. If I'm going to make him happy, he's going to let me keep on doing. If Hashem will say, no, that's not good, so Hashem can stop the person, no problem. But you see, from the moment that you set yourself free from all of definitions, from all kinds of constrictions and rules and measures and you just limits, you just throw yourself on Hashem Yitbarach. Hashem Yitbarach. Even the scientists, when they're investigating and they're going into the physical aspect of this world, they find atoms over there and things that are flying even higher than atoms. They see infinity, they see endless, Ensof inside, and it's all pure energy, it's all moving, it's all very fast. So if they're going to invest more and more and more, in the end they're going to find Hashem. Okay, they're going deeper and deeper into the reality of the world in their investigation. In the end they're going to find Hashem. That's what they're going to see, that it's really all endless, that there is actually a will to all of the creation that makes it all happen and become to be like that. They're going to find the illumination of the will, the source of all of that energy that moves. So when I'm thinking about Hashem Yitbarach, when you look at something that is flying so fast, sometimes you can see that in pictures. No one saw it, but when they took the picture, so suddenly it was standing over there behind a bird, an aeroplane, something happened. You couldn't see it with your eyes, like Rabbeinu is writing in Likutei Moharan. The eye can see a lot of things, but the brain cannot digest, cannot understand, grab all of the information because it's flying so fast. You look, you see Hashem. Everyone sees Hashem, but they don't understand Hashem. Why? Because it's flying so fast. It's all moving. It's all and so if really you want to nullify yourself to Hashem, You need to be ready to fly. You need to be ready to throw yourself to the waves, to the air, to the water. Don't care. What do you need, Hashem? Rabbeinu said you need to have a suitcase, a bag that is ready. If they tell you to leave, you need to be ready to leave. Okay, where? Canada? Okay, I'm going. No, where now? New York. Great, New York. And then what? Miami? No, not thinking. Only like that you can connect yourself to Hashem. Only when you live like that, that you always ask Hashem, what do you want from me? Only then you can be with Hashem. Because to say to Hashem Yitbarach, no, Hashem, I need to learn Gemara. Avram wants to shoot me already. All of the time I'm using the Gemara. What can I tell you, Avram? Dear Avram, I'm dedicating this shiur for the success of our friend Avram. The truth is that the Yetzer Hara is hiding himself in mitzvot. That's the Yetzer Hara. HaKadosh Baruch Hu already had Tanaim, he already had Amoraim. It doesn't exempt us from learning Torah. Like I told you, I'm learning Torah also. Here we're sitting every day, we're learning Torah. The amazing class that we heard from Rav Yaakov Herzberg that was talking about how much we need to follow the Yiddishkeit and the wisdom of our ancestors and always to look for. That's obvious. I'm the most Haredi person in this building. I'm the only one that wears a black jacket, white shirt, and the hat. It's me. I'm that one. I'm that Jew here in this place. But we need to understand that the real will of Hashem Yitbarach is that we're going to listen to His voice. Hashem, what do you want from me? What do you want from us? So now, if you wear your jacket, so there are things that you're not able to do. If someone now drowning in the swimming pool, your jacket can just hold you back from saving him. So if you're ready to jump into the water and to save, so great, no problem. The jacket doesn't bother you. But if the fact that you're such a Talmid Chacham and you need to learn Gemara every day and you need to complete your Shnai Mikra Ve'echad Targum and you have your schedule and it stops you from. I met a person in New York in a class. He's over 70 years old. And all of his life, people and rabbis are talking to him and telling him, you need to give classes, you need to teach, you need to teach. He came to me after my class. He said, look, you helped me. You answered all of my doubts. I had so many questions all of my life. And I didn't know what the purpose of my life. And now I realized I need also to give classes and to teach. And I need to believe in myself. More than 1 month. And he didn't upload one video. Why? Ribono shel olam? Why? Why I'm able to upload every day video. And we had before we had the center in Pesach, in Sukkot, Obi would come to my place and we would make a video in the backyard in my old house. We were sitting and make another video and another video. And when I'm going through the tour, so we're making 3, 5, 4 videos and we're cutting them that we're gonna be. When you want to achieve something, you just do it. You don't wait that someone's going to come with a camera to shoot you. You don't need to have the right inspiration to give the right perfect class. You just go to the people. You just go. You just do your job. When you understand that you have something, you just go and do it. And you don't wait people to honor you. And I'm not saying on that person. I'm just saying if he would really understand the message, he would already have 10 videos on the website at least. What's the problem? It's not a problem. Or waiting for us to wake up and waiting in line in YouTube that we're going to connect them to the website. It's not hard to do that, to join us. It just depends on the will. So really to serve Hashem Yitbarach, it depends in the will. This is why Moshe Rabbeinu was niftar, passed away in Ra'avad Ra'avin, will of all will. He was always with Hashem's will. Hashem, what do you want? And Hashem, He's got a journey. Hashem, He knows the way. Like the ship in the sea, you see the tail, you see what's behind the ship, the boat. You don't see the path. Only Hashem, He knows the path. Hashem is leading you. So when Hashem is leading you, like the Baal Shem Tov was riding his chariot, his horses, he would say to the rider, turn to us, let's learn Torah. What are you doing? Hashem gonna take like Rav Berland. Hashem gonna take the wagon. Hashem gonna take the horses. Come, turn to our direction. So, first time of his life is okay. Okay, and he told him, no, don't worry, come, don't worry. That's what Hashem is doing with you. That's what Hashem is doing with you. I once told that in the class, and Obi reminded me that story a few days ago. There was a person that is falling from a cliff, and he's rolling on the ground, on the mountain, the back of the mountain, and he's falling and falling and falling, and then he screams to Hashem Yitbarach because he sees himself is about to crash, and he's screaming, Hashem help me, Hashem save me, Hashem please, and suddenly he grabs some grass or something, and he stopped, and then he hears the voice of Hashem, the Shekhinah Kedosha Bat Kol, tells him, you saw? He said, yes. It's Hashem, I helped you. Yes, I saw. So now let go. Let's see you now, let go. Let go of that rope. Let go all of your confidence, all of your security, all of your savings, all of your health insurance, all of your imaginations. Because if Hashem will want to take your poor soul back to heaven, He will not going to call your lawyer to ask if it's allow or not allow. Hashem's just going to take you in a minute. And if Hashem wants to give you long life, no one will be able to stop Him. There were people that stayed for 17 days. I told you, 72 people in one cattle car on the way to one of the camps, to Auschwitz, I think, or maybe to Treblinka. 72 people survived for 17 days with no food, with no water, nothing, just starving to death. And when they came down from the wagon in the end, they didn't receive no food, no good meal, nothing to drink. It was not allowed to drink over there in Auschwitz. It's not allowed. Sorry, part of the system, part of the rules. You're not allowed to drink here. Okay, so they went to work. That's what's going on. When Hashem Yitbarach wants you to survive, 72 people survived like that. You cannot take the soul from the person until HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's going to be a skeleton and he's going to be alive, if Hashem wants him to be alive. The skeleton going to live, just going to live. If Hashem wants to give him life, he's going to live. He will never going to die. Pinchas ben Elazar HaKohen, he never died. What happened? He became to be Eliyahu. When he wants to, Hashem wants, he'll be going to become to be Eliyahu Navi. And Eliyahu, in the end, went up to heaven in a flaming chariot, firing horses, flying to heaven. So who? Pinchas ben Elazar. 500, 600 years he was walking, traveling, changing names, going, replacing houses, going, moving, traveling, talking to people. 800 years. And then back to heaven. Why? Because Hashem decided. If we want to believe in Hashem Yitbarach, we need to understand who we believe in. There is an amazing story on the head of the amazing Chassidut of Chernobyl. His name was Rabbi Menachem Nachum Chernobyl. He was the father of Rav Mordechai Chernobyl. He was the first one of the Chernobyl Chassidut. And he was orphaned. His parents passed away when he was very young. And his uncle, if I'm not wrong, his uncle took him to his house, to live in his house. One day, the father, that uncle, came back to the house and he bought some, I don't know, small knives or something to every child. He gave, maybe it was before Rosh Hashanah, or I don't know what, but he bought few knives to every one of his children, and to the little kid, Menachem Nachum, he forgot to buy. That person went and bought 5 knives to his 5 children, and he forgot to buy for Menachem Nachum. So Menachem Nachum, he went to the Beit Knesset, and he was holding the parochet of the Sefer Torah, the covering of the Sefer Torah, and he was crying to Hashem Yitbarach, and he was crying, why everyone can have that small knife, and why can't I? Why can't I have that small knife? And he's shaking the parochet, moving it, the parochet like that. And in the end, suddenly, while he's crying to Hashem Yitbarach, please Hashem, please, a small knife fell from the Aron HaKodesh, from Hashem. Hashem just made that knife just for him. And he found it and said, oh, thank you Hashem, such a miracle. And he took it and he hid it. And then when he came back home, so with the time, so in the house they found out that he's got also a knife, and so they suspected him that maybe he's stolen that knife, and where you got that knife from? And he said, I was praying to Hashem, and they didn't bought that. So the uncle over there, he decided to test him, and he came back in the next day, and he bought only 5 golden coins, and to every kid he gave 1 coin, and to Menachem Nachum he forgot to give that coin. And he gave everyone, he said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't bought you that coin, I'm so sorry, next time I'll give you. And Menachem Nachum was so sad, and he went to the Bet Knesset, and he was holding the parochet shel Sefer Torah, and his uncle was tracking, going after him, looking, spying, and he looked from the window of the Bet Knesset, and he saw that when he was crying to Hashem Yitbarach, and shaking the parochet, suddenly a golden coin fell from the parochet, and he found that golden coin, and he was holding it. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. So I said to myself, do you believe in that story or not? And I'm telling you from my heart, I don't have the slightest doubt on the truth of that story. I know for 100%, perfect, round 100%, that it's true, that it's real. I don't have a doubt about it. What's dividing us from having those kinds of miracles? Because I read thousands of stories like those from tzaddikim. What's the difference between us to him? His tmimut, his simplicity. He's just going to talk to Hashem Yitbarach in 100% faith and understanding that Hashem Yitbarach is there, and that Hashem, he is the one that answers the prayers. And he was so innocent, he was so pure, just to talk like that to Hashem, that Hashem answered to him. The only thing that is stopping us from having miracles like those, exactly according to what that we need to answer our requests, it's only we lack of tmimut v'pshitut. On that, Rabbi Natan Mibreslev said, I was yotzei yedei chova, I was fulfilling my obligation to Rabbi Nachman, to all of the advice of Rabbeinu HaKadosh, but there is one thing. He was doing enough itbodeduyot, he was learning enough Torah, everything that Rabbeinu commanded him, he was doing the best. He testified himself, he said, I checked myself. I fulfilled my obligation to be yotzei yedei chova on everything that Rabbeinu said to me, except of one thing I'm not sure that I achieved, the tmimut that Rabbeinu was talking about, the simplicity. And Rabbi Natan was so simple, he was so tamim, he was so naive, he was doing everything, but Rabbeinu's intention was that we're really going to be like that little child, that he doesn't look, he's got only Hashem Yitbarach with him in life, and that's it. And that's exactly how a Jew should live his life. That you need something, you have Hashem Yitbarach, and no one else. I told you that story. A friend of mine told me that he was doing long itbodedut on parnasa, please Hashem, bringing money, please Hashem, we need to pay rent, please Hashem, whatever, cover the debts, whatever. And then he said, in the end of the itbodedut, he had that thought, and if you're not going to answer me, so I'm going to call my father-in-law. He had that thought. If you still have your father-in-law somewhere in the options, so you didn't fulfill your obligation of tamim. You're not tamim bichlal. If in the end you have someone else to count on, and you're counting on a person, it shows the level of your faith. It's pathetic. That's not faith in Hashem. We, as the nation, we as the followers, we as the one that are claiming to have faith in Hashem Yitbarach, we need to commit ourselves completely to Hashem Yitbarach. And it means to believe in miracles. To understand that Hashem Yitbarach now took you out from Bet HaMidrash and you cannot learn. It doesn't mean that Hashem Yitbarach is not helping you to grow and to succeed and to achieve big things. And things that you can achieve, in the army when you serve, so you need to, I don't know how you call the dargot, the levels that you receive in the army after, how you call that? Promotions. It takes sometimes, 8 months in that job, and then you're promoted to the next job, and they're changing your level, your status. I don't know what they call that. Rank. So, but in a war, if you were a very good soldier, in a week, in an hour, in a minute, you can become an officer, a very important level, just because you shown your loyalty and your courage, and you were brave and strong, and your abilities, and then it's a shortcut. In a week, suddenly you achieved something that another person in 3 years is going to take him, and also will not going to be so respected as you. So it's exactly how it's going for us in life. If you want to find Hashem Yitbarach, it's life of Mesirut Nefesh. You give everything you have to Hashem Yitbarach. And then there is no time. There is no time anymore. You just brought yourself to be in front of Hashem Yitbarach, and that's it. And you and Him are one. And you become to be partners with Hashem Yitbarach. And like that amazing explanation of the Or HaChaim HaKadosh on the verse on Shor, ki timtza Shor Achicha. If you found the animal of your brother, it's a Kadosh Baruch Hu. You become to be equal with Hashem Yitbarach. When you nullify yourself completely to Hashem Yitbarach, there is no difference between you to Hashem Yitbarach. To Hashem, you can really nullify yourself completely, to become to be not exist, to become to be one with Him. His existence is being shown through you. You become to be Isha Elokim. And then you can open the sea, and you can bounce from one land to the other, and you can do whatever you want. Why? Because you do it all for Hashem. I believe in that completely. I don't have a doubt that that's reality. That is the simple faith, that simplicity. That you believe in the power of Hashem Yitbarach, that Hashem Yitbarach is beyond this world. He's spiritual. And He's with you, and He loves you, and He wants to give you whatever you need, whenever you're going to need it. And until then, it's all tests in faith. How much confidence you have in me, how much loyalty you have to me, how much happiness you have to be to live, spend your life with me, how much faith you have, how many prayers you have, how much you ready to dedicate, to give to your brothers. In the moment that Hashem Yitbarach is testing the person, and the person is failing in Ahavat Israel, that's the worst of them all. That's the worst. That it pushes you so many floors down. You don't understand how many years you're going to have to spend on fixing your mistakes. And the main test is in Shalom Bayit. It's in peace in the house. It's in the relationship with your wives. There, it's the first test of them all. Because over there, if your wife, she have complaints on you, and you don't get it, that it's Hashem, and you're not ready to nullify yourself to the will of Hashem. People are telling me, I don't know, I don't have time, I don't know what to do. I look at those people, you don't understand the amounts of diamonds that are waiting for you behind the corner, and you're not picking them up, you're not collecting them. You don't know. By going with her to that shopping, it doesn't mean that you now need to cancel yourself from Kedusha, from purity. No, you need to guard your eyes now when you go with her to the mall in Mamila to buy her a jewelry, to go to sit with her in a coffee shop. You need to go to Kapulski coffee shop to drink some pathetic Nescafe with her, to eat some stupid cake with her, and to make her happy. It's the most stupid thing in the world. But when you do that, you know, you can say that it's the most stupid thing in the world also on putting tefillin. Can you explain to me? There is no difference between mitzvah and mitzvah. Can you explain to me the wisdom behind putting tefillin? I'll tell you the same wisdom about spending time with your wife and makes her happy. Both of them are mitzvah mideoraita, v'simach et ishto, v'iniach tefillin. It's two mitzvot mideoraita. You know which is more precious to Hashem Yitbarach? For sure that mitzvot ben adam lechavero is higher. That's for sure. Can you tell me for sure that we understand the wisdom of Hashem Yitbarach? So I tell you, paint to yourself the most charming, kindness grandpa that you can imagine, the best, with the most patience and love and wisdom and kindness. That guy, that's Hashem Yitbarach. And more than that, because you don't know his heart, okay? Hashem Yitbarach, He cares about your wife like you care about your daughter. Hashem Yitbarach, He cares about you like you care about your son. And more than that, because you don't know His heart. But to understand, He is the source of good, He is the source of kindness. It cannot be that you're going to climb in the levels of Kedusha on the account of someone else. That you're going to learn and learn and learn and become to be a Talmid Chacham, and your wife, she will be in charge on the dust. On your slippers to be in the right place, on the laundry. It's not right. It's not the law of ver. It's not passing by no person with common sense, with logic mind. And if you're going to say no, but for the Haredim it works, for the Hasidim it works, it's not working also for them. Maybe they're acting like that it is, but you can see their children. You can see those brats running around the streets, not doing anything in their lives, not learning Torah. You see only individuals, one in a million. And you can see more individuals like those between the Baalei Tshuva today than between the Haredim. I'm not saying that to learn Torah it's not good, but you need to learn the Torah while you're sober, while your eyes are open, while you can feel your family. You don't put the Gemara on the head of your wife and you sit and learn Gemara. You don't tell your child, can you put your hands like that, and now I'm going to learn Gemara, and you forget that your child is over there for 2 hours. You cannot do that. So if the house is breaking to pieces, if the kids are in the streets, if the kids are in the iPhones, if the kids are in the yeshiva, it's even worse. You don't know what's going on in the yeshiva dorms. You know what's going on in the yeshiva dorms? I'm going to tell you some stories. People are falling straight to hell, in the dorms of the most important, known, famous yeshivas. Falling straight to hell, and no one can heal them anymore. They're crashing to the rocks. That's it. You lost that kid. Another lost kid. Why? Because they never felt no love, and no appreciation, and no honor, and no respect, and no words of confidence, and chizuk, and appreciation. Just, you need to learn Torah, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do... Who can obey? Who can follow those strict rules in this generation? Who's got that soul that's going to be so strong not to break to pieces, not to crash to zero, to dust? We don't have those souls. Those souls are not exist. This is why the Tanaim and Amorim were crying not to come in that generation. Because in this generation, to survive, you need to fly like the wind. You need to have a spaceship like Star Wars. You need to fly. That's the only way you can survive. If you Luke Skywalker, it's the only way. Just like that. If you're not Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, you're not surviving. You see all of the spaceships, boom, 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 and only they surviving somehow. Only them, only one in a generation, two in a generation. And all of the rest, pam, 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 pam. You see fireworks all around them. Everyone are falling like flies. Why? Only when you nullify yourself to Haschem, when you close your eyes and you say, Haschem, you drive that car. You drive my life. You take my house to a better future. And it doesn't mean that now you're allowed to forget from your responsibilities. No, not at all. Adrabah, even more so. Put all of your powers, but with Haschem, with prayers. Always pray. And I still haven't saw the last part of the Star Wars. What can I do? The Force Awakenness, right? I didn't saw it yet. I will. It's in my list of duties. I'm not working for no one. I'm serving Haschem. I'm doing it out of love, out of a huge appreciation to Hashem Yitbarach, that He done a huge favor with me to wake me up, even though that I wasn't deserved at all, that no one gonna talk to me, that no one will come to me and talk to me, and He came Himself to talk to me. Himself revealed Himself to me. Just chosen me, just came to me and started to reveal Himself slowly, gently, through friends, through people, through interesting books, that I'm going to like Him. And He done everything that I'm going to like Him, every good thing that He could. He gave me so many good things, just that I'm going to count on Him again, just that I'm going to believe in Him again, that I'm going to see that there is someone that accepts the prayers. And if Adam שלא נענה, שלא התקבלה תפילתו, and if a person sees that his prayer haven't been answered, so חזק ואמץ ליבך, so get stronger, be strong and brave. קווה אל השם, חזק ואמץ ליבך, וקווה אל השם, and hope to Hashem יתברך again. go to pray again. So you need another salvation. So what's the problem? So go talk to Hashem Yitbarach about it. You have fields, you have quiet, you can lock yourself in the room, you can close yourself in the house, you can sit everywhere, in a library, in a shul, in a bet knesset, in a coffee shop, you can put your earplugs and walk in the street. Everyone are talking to themselves today. It's not crazy like it was 200 years ago. Everyone have their device and they're talking to Hashem all day long. Talk. Talk to Hashem. Someone says, on the phone, what's the problem? Huh? On the phone. Thank you. Chazak u'baruch.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Obi from the Emunah channel here in Jerusalem. I'm the guy behind the camera of that class that you just watched. Subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to Rav Dror. So show me some love. Show Rav Dror some love. Subscribe to the channel. We post new videos almost every single day. Awesome classes like this. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions on the classes you just watched or just other questions that you have or comments that you want to tell us, post them in the comments below. And we do a question and answer session every single week. So we'll either answer your question in that on video or we'll make sure to get you an answer. Click over here if you want to see another awesome video from Rav Dror. Click over here if you want to see some of his students share inspiration, stories, amazing things that happen with them following his advice. And of course, check out emunahchannel.com. Awesome website where we have tons more inspirational content. We have videos, blogs, music, and all sorts of cool stuff. So get involved over there at emunahchannel.com, and we'll see you in the comments.